Vedas and Puranas are the ancient texts which are full of knowledge. But there is a book which people are afraid to talk about. People believe that this book should never be kept at home or at school, because this book is read only when there is a death. Death is a truth that very few people have understood. According to Puranas, those who do good deeds go to heaven, and those who live a sinful life go to hell. But does it really happen? Have you ever thought what happens after death? We can know about death from this book called Garuda Purana. Garuda Purana is one of the 18 great Puranas. There are two major parts of Garuda Purana. The first part is about the devotion of Vishnu in the ancient times. It has deep information about meditation and yoga. But the second part of Garuda Purana, Preta Kand, talks about the demon age, about death. In Garuda Purana, Lord Vishnu mentioned that in Yamlok, Chitragupta has the list of everyone's deeds. How many virtues has he done? How many sins? All of this is written in detail. In Chitragupta's Sabha, the deeds of every species are discussed, and according to that, the punishments are decided. There are 4 doors to go to Yamraj's Sabha. Those whose hearts are pure, they get to go through the east door. There are gardens on this path, and it is full of nectar. The path to the west door is decorated with jewels. The saints get to go through this way. Those who have made a donation in their lives, they get to go to the north. The souls who cross these 3 doors are not afraid of anything. They are given all kinds of comforts. In Yamlok, they meet Yamraj, who takes them on their journey ahead. And those who have sinned, those who have hurt others, they are sent to Yamlok from the south door. And on the other side of this door, the fruit of their bad deeds awaits them, because there they meet the terrible avatar of Yamraj, who punishes them for their sins. 28 terrible and painful punishments have been mentioned in the Garuda Purana for different sins and evil deeds. There is a punishment for every bad deed. There are 3 terrible punishments among these that will make you shiver. The first punishment is Thamisram. Those who steal other people's property, Yam ties them with ropes and send them to Thamisram, the hell. In that hell, they are beaten with a stick. Their body is peeled so much that blood starts flowing from it, and that person becomes unconscious. When he comes back to his senses, this whole process is repeated until all his sins are punished. The second punishment of hell is to be cooked in oil, Kumbhipakam. Those who harm others for their benefit or pleasure are sent to Kumbhipakam hell, where they are burnt in a big pot of boiling oil. The third punishment is Rauravam, to be bitten by snakes. Those who have cheated others are sent to Rauravam hell. They are thrown on the burning earth, where they wander to save their lives. Their legs are torn, and then hundreds of animals like snakes, mosquitoes, scorpions and crows eat their bodies. Their body is joined again, and the whole punishment is repeated. After the death of a person, when his soul leaves his body, his senses stop working. He starts seeing the world around him. When the soul leaves the body, the person feels so much pain, as if 40,000 scorpions have stung him. Yamraj comes from Yamlok during the death. Black eyes, angry eyes, crooked mouth. His appearance is so scary that the dying soul grabs his body tight because of fear. His soul wants to get back into his body, but it is not possible. Yam immediately ties his soul and takes it away. And this is where the journey of the Yamlok begins, where sin and virtue are weighed. The deeds are counted, and the punishment is given. After death, Yam takes the soul of the person to the Yamlok. The journey of Yamlok is very easy for the person who has done good deeds in his life. He is taken in a chariot. But for those who have not done good deeds in their life, this journey is filled with pain and suffering. Because the Yamraj ties the soul of the person with a rope and takes it away, He does not get a chance to rest anywhere. There are 16 stations to cross on this entire way. Sometimes there is snowy wind on the way, sometimes rain of fire. He has to face animals in the dense forest or fall into the mud filled with leech. The soul starts crying, but Yamraj does not show any mercy. After this, the soul is whipped, and all the sins done in his life are remembered. In this way, the journey of Yamlok from the earth is very painful and full of torture. In the chapter 4 of the Garuda Purana, Lord Vishnu tells that a soul has to be born in 8.4 million different vaginas. After that, we are born again as humans. A soul gets the next life on the basis of his deeds, his sins, and his merits. Sometimes it becomes an insect, sometimes it becomes a bird, or an animal, or a tree. Similarly, after taking birth in 8.4 million different units, when his sins and merits are equal, then the human life is attained. The Garuda Purana talks about death in detail, but it also teaches us many life lessons. It tells us that we get human life with great difficulty. How to live this life? This choice is ours. What are your thoughts about this? Do tell me in the comments. Please share this video with others, as this can make a difference in their lives.